Everything is energy. And the energy that you put out, you'll get back. It's the laws of cause and effect, the universal laws. And you could also see it as karma, right? And so a couple months ago, I shared about how I was to be a sacrifice. I was groomed to be a sacrifice. About how this lover was sent in and I was poisoned, and that I was probably recorded, and that my information was used for diabolical things and etc. Right? All of that. And in that video, I also, and I'm going to post that video as well. I also shared that these people were part of a cult, and that they do rituals, sex rituals together, where they, do like the swingers type of things, right? And they do rituals together, sex rituals, right? Because the sexual energy is the strongest, most potent energy. I also shared that these people were going to get a sexually transmitted disease, a sexual transmitted demon, and that they were all going to get sick. And I shared a couple more things, right? And so, and I also shared about how I was being spiritually attacked. And I want to speak more about that because at that time my gifts were developing, right? And so I was able to see things before they happened. And so at that time, and still today, I had a lot of people gang stalking me, right? And a lot of people got involved into this and they didn't know the full story. They were lied to, their free will was manipulated, and now they find themselves in a bit of a pickle, right? Because, see, when we sent out, when this type of spiritual warfare is sent out to a divine being that is fully protected and is on her mission, right? And is healing and is aware of what's happening, again, things will hit, right? Things did hit. But the thing is that when things hit, what we do when we are going through spiritual warfare and we know that we are here on a mission, that we are here to help humanity, that all of the things that are happening are not happening to us, they're happening for us. These things hit and we look at them like, what is this trying to teach me? What is it that I need to learn from here? Why is it affecting me? Not why, like, why me, but what is it that I need to learn here, right? And so when those suicide spells were sent, when those heart attack spells were sent, when there was a time that me and my children had over 1,000 flies inside my vehicle, right? Those were death spells, right? Because these people had to conjure up and make agreements with demonic forces, like really demonic forces, right? In order for a suicide spell to be sent, you have to conjure up some things. I have to offer up some things, right? And I shared on that video as well. I said, and I specifically said that, I said, you guys offered up your children, right? And I was referring to my family at that time because I saw it in my mind. I saw that the children were being offered, right? And so right now, you guys, I know you guys watch me, I know you guys see my videos, I know you guys are waiting for me to basically die. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and I say that in the humblest way. Now, what we are seeing though is that all those spell work, all that black magic that was sent towards me and my children is being sent back to you guys. So when you see that the children are in mental health institutions, when you see that people are just dropping dead, when you see that people are getting into car accidents, when you see that people are losing their minds, when you see that people have stage 4 cancer, this is the spell work returning back, because someone in the family a long time ago made an agreement with some demonic forces to sacrifice the light in the bloodline so that they can keep prosperity, so that they can keep wealth, so that they can keep fortune, right? And so in order for that to continue, a light being had to be sacrificed, right? And I was to be that sacrifice. So if you guys didn't know, I was set up to be a sacrifice. However, I was cloaked by the Most High God, because He knew you would do this again. Since you guys don't believe in God and you worship Satan, and you cloak yourself with the Bible, and you cloak yourself with going to church, right? He didn't let you see who I was to Him, that I was not to be touched. And so when I said that before, I meant it. When I told you guys, please stop with the attacks, this is going to get bad, this is going to get worse. Yes, I've lost a lot. I lost my vehicle, I lost my job, my finances are not well. However, that's not going to stop me from following God. I could get all of those things later again, right? So no matter what it's done to me or my children, we are rooted in God. We are rooted in knowing that we are here to serve God, and that anything that we do lose, we're going to get it back later, because we're not rooted in material things. As a matter of fact, when things are taken from me, I go to God more. Now, I share this video so that you guys can, I know you guys watch me. The reason why all of these diabolical things are happening is because the energy is returning. And so I wasn't up here, addressing you guys. I wasn't even addressing the secret societies that you guys ganged up with. I wasn't addressing the people that you got to gang stalk me, because it's a trap. Like, God is showing off, like God exists, God is real. If you didn't believe then, I'm sure you believe now, right? And so I wanted to bring out awareness. This is an example of what happens when you do dark magic. The energy gets returned. So for those of you who are familiar with this scenario and you're thinking, what is going on? Why is it not working on her? I could lose a lot of financial things, but I'm going to stay rooted in God. That's not going to change my connection. And then you went ahead and you wanted to break, you did magic to stop my connection with God. Do you know what you did? That's forbidden. That's never going to happen. So I wanted to bring out awareness into this as well. The reason why all of these things are happening, where people are losing, you're not just losing material things, you're losing your minds, and now it's affecting the children. The reason being, because that's what you sent this way. Okay, I'm going to be back with part 4.